How to create unusual displaced designs using brushstrokes in Affinity Photo, PC or Mac. In Affinity Photo, open any image. Then go over here to the paintbrush tool in the tools panel. Then select a brush. I'm going to be using an ink brush. You could use any brush. The colour doesn't matter. Now with this layers panel, go to layer and new layer. So you've got a new layer above that background layer. And then apply a brushstroke to that new layer. And you can apply any brush stroke. I'm going for 370, you can make it any size, and you could apply different brush strokes to different layers. But what you can now do with 2.2 is you can select it with the move tool, you can reposition it, and then press return or enter on the keyboard, and this panel will appear. And you can go for duplicate, and I'm going to say go for 20. And then horizontal, and I'm just going to drag it across the screen. Now I could go different ways, different directions, depending on how you apply the brush stroke. You can do that and then click OK. If you want, you can always reduce the number of duplicates, maybe go for 10 and then increase the size. So there's a bit of a gap. Up to you how you want to achieve the effect you want to achieve. Click OK. Now you'll notice here I've got lots and lots of layers. Well, I could have 100 layers, 200 layers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a macro to do the next part. But before I go any further, with this pixel, what I want to do is this background layer. So go to the background and select all. Select all and copy. Edit and copy. Obviously you could use shortcuts. And then you can paste that in. But I'm just going to now go to select and deselect. Go to this pixel layer. And then go to edit and paste inside. And you'll notice it's pasted inside. Now it doesn't change the image in any way. It's just pasted on top. Exactly in the same position. But what you can now do is just go here to macro. And like I say, it doesn't really matter obviously when you've only got 10 or 20, you can do it fairly quickly. But if you've got 100 different layers and different brush strokes, makes it a bit longer. So just record. And then once you've done that, go here to layers and click on the pixel and then select parent layer. Select, then go this one and select one and select, and then edit and down to paste inside. So they're all recorded. Then just stop it. And now what you can do is you can press play and it will just apply to all those layers. So now you've got it applied all the way across. Well, what you can now do is you can go here and you can manipulate these. And I'm just going to go say for this one. So select this pixel layer. And with that pixel layer there, I can now manipulate, especially got the move tool selected, you can see it's here. So I can go to the background and now I can reposition the background and I can just shift it slightly. You can do more than that, of course. You can go over here, you can resize it. So you just slightly, just make it slightly resized and move. You can go to this one and do exactly the same. Just move it. You can see as you do that. Let's say you could have like 150 different brush strokes applied all across, so you could just vary bits just subtly. Now you don't want to push it too far, you want to still keep the image approximately in the same position, but just simply just go and select them. This one again, another one. Now if you select the pixel layer there and move that, you can see what happens. You can move that, you can reposition that, but that's not moving the underlying background. It doesn't have to stay in the same position. And you can move it and create different designs there. And again, rotate it and so on. We'll just go here and select this one. And again, if you want to manipulate the background, just then move that. And you can see you can create all kinds of designs. But what you can also do is just go here and select all of those, or one or two. Doesn't have to be all of them. So all the pixel layers are now selected. Go down to the bottom and you can click effects. You can go for 3D or maybe bevel and emboss. And you can change the radius. And makes it actually easy to see as well now. Also, if you want outer shadow, just add outer shadow and then click close. And again, go back here, background, select that, and you can move it, shift it just slightly. And you can do that with all of them. Now, sometimes you'll notice if you've gone over the edges, you might suddenly see white appearing, the background. You can obviously just modify it and it goes wrong. You can always undo. You can also select any of the backgrounds. So select that one and then go to layer and down to new adjustment layer and maybe use one of these ones, maybe black and white. Just turn part of that image into a black and white, just that layer there, and then close that. It's still live, so at any point you decide, you know what, I don't want it, you can always quickly remove it by just clicking here and it's gone. Also, if you want, maybe select this one and you can apply filters. So filters, go to maybe blur or go to deform. And then you can just add some pins and you can just distort it just slightly. So you just might want to move or reposition, say, that arm. You know, modify different parts, maybe move the face slightly. Just move it down and then click apply. As mentioned, you can apply, obviously, modify the actual pixel layer. So you can just move it down. You might not want it in that position. You might want that one to be up there. Maybe that one to be there. Or maybe this one down there. You can move them or rotate them. You've also got the option here of lock children. So you can just lock children and just move that, and you can see you move it and the actual underlying children, they don't move. At any point, if you want to freeze one of them, simply just select it, the pixel layer there, go to layer, and you can go down to rasterize. And also you can always click that and rasterize. Now it's become a pixel layer, just a single layer without that background. And you can then continue to manipulate it, maybe apply additional effects, distort and deform, and modify it in all kinds of ways as well. And click apply. You can also select one, any of them, hold down the Alt or Option key and then drag. And then you can just duplicate that design. So you can create maybe multiple copies of that. You can also, if you wish, simply go here. Now it's just a layer. You can always just go here and you can turn around and say, I want just to lighten that one. Or maybe go with overlay and just move that around. And just create additional different designs that way. If you've got any questions, please let me know in the comments below. A like or dislike, always appreciated. Thank you much.